So with the extra practice, I think the best thing to do is maybe pause the video and try them on your own and then come back and check your answers. If you need more steps kind of walking you through how to solve these, then you can continue to listen, or you can kind of fast forward to the end and just kind of check your answers to see what you have. All right. So in the first problem, notice that we have some altitudes that are shown. So altitude MP and YQ. So I'm just going to write altitudes, although the same rule applies. So altitude here with our 16, and the altitude in the second diagram is X. So I'm going to compare those two, and then I'm going to compare the corresponding sides. So we will look at, let's see, the 16 goes with, so we have 20, and then the 15 over here. So is equal to 20 over 15. All right, so let's go ahead and cross multiply and divide to solve here. So 20 times X is equal to 16 times 15. So 20x is equal to 16 times 15. That means 20x is equal to 240. Dividing by 20 to get x by itself, we get x is equal to 12. All right, in the next one, we are looking at, let's see, medians in this case, but the same rule applies. So let's look at the medians, and actually we're also looking at angle bisectors here too, I believe, the way it's marked, but it's more clearly a median. So let's look at that median and that median. So we're looking at 13.5, 13.5 over 9. And then let's look at the corresponding lengths created by the median here. All right, so we've got a 3 and an x here. Let's just make the corresponding parts, make sure the corresponding parts are the same. So just to be clear here, if that is x up here on SP, then we have x RP, x for RP as well. And then if UQ is 3, then a VQ is also 3. So technically, if I'm matching up the corresponding parts, then I'm looking at x, and then notice it's over by this angle S here, so I'm going to compare that to the 3 over here. So technically, those are the corresponding parts. And so x over 3. All right, so once again, let's cross multiply and divide. I'm going to keep changing up colors here a little bit just to make things a little bit more exciting to look at. You know, you guys are so excited to solve these, as am I. So 13.5 times 3 is equal to 9 times x. So 9x is equal to, let's see, 13.5 times 3 is 40.5. Dividing by 9, we get x is equal to 4.5. All right, example 3a. All right, look at what we have here. We're looking at angle bisectors this time. And notice that we're looking at just the one triangle this time with our angle bisector. So recall, we're kind of looking at here is that the angle bisector separates the opposite side into proportional parts compared to the corresponding side. So if we have like x over 4, for instance, is going to be equal to, over on the other side, that corresponding side with that segment split by the angle bisector, so 13 over 6. All right, so if we're going to solve this, we have 6x is equal to 4 times 13. So 6x is equal to 52. And then dividing by 6. So 6 does not go evenly into 52. So that actually leaves us with, what, 8 2/3. So 8.6 repeating, or 8 2/3. So 52/6 is equal to 8 2/3. And our final one here, notice that we also have a similar idea to what we had talked about in the examples here. So let's just compare our side lengths here. So if we know that this segment over here is x, so let's just go ahead and write that in. So 14 over x is then going to be equal to 11. And then how would we express this segment here? Talked about that in our notes. So 11 over, well, if the whole side length is 20 and this is x, then that would leave us with 20 minus x for this side length. So 11 over 20 minus x. And so let's go ahead and solve this one. Keep changing up our colors. Let's go purple. And so 11 times x equal to 14 times 20 minus x. So 11x is equal to, let's see, so that would be 14 times 20, so 280 minus 14x. And so now let's go ahead and get our x's onto the same side of the equation. So we'll add 14x. Undo it from the right side, we'll add it over to the left side. So we have 25x is equal to 280. And then dividing by 25, we get x is equal to 11.2. All right, hopefully that made sense. Check your answers here, and